Our gang sexy. We are into the 1040. Get ready to start the 1040 turn for the Battle of Vimeiro. I know I'm not saying that right. Somebody told me once about a year ago how to say that. Okay, the action hasn't quite got started yet, but it's about to. These guys they don't move too fast, even in road column, but they're getting there. And I figure by about noon, this thing ought to be heavily engaged. Or yeah, I'd say around noon. Now, we have had some action. The cavalry up here now. I'm using the solo bot for the French, and the cavalry up here. The French got one order, and I happened to pick, and it was Theron's card that I drew, and he got the one order as an attack order. Everybody else just gets a none. So they can move, fire, stuff like that, but they can't close an assault or charge anything. So these guys up here, there were some skirmishers sitting out front, or a couple of SED units sitting out front here, which are super skirmishers, I guess. And there were two battalions of cavalry here that they were in normal state. So you've got normal state means there's nothing wrong with them. Then you got disrupted, then you got shaken, then you got, I think, broken, then you got routed, okay? So they were in attack posture, and they drew a card to, we were going for close combat, all right? So the first party was worst morale value unit was to be attackable. Both of the SED units they had the same morale, so it was closest target, all right, is what we went with. And they charged in, two of them, and you'll notice that both of these SED units that were here when they charged are gone. So the numbers were just phenomenal for the cavalry here. Now, I need to do some digging because I want to say when I played this before, and it might be in one of the secondary rule sets, either the battalion or brigade game, that SED skirmishers, even with cavalry, they retreat. And I didn't do it. I need to check that. I need to find that rule because I swear I remember that from when I demoed this or test played this thing a while back. But I wanted to just let it go to see what happens. So these guys charged in there. The numbers were phenomenal for the cavalry. So they, in the dice roll with their CVM modifiers, threw them over the top to cause a one-step casualty to the skirmishers, which eliminated both of those units. And then when the cavalry's done, they disrupt after the charge, and then they're spent, and they can retreat, or what we call regroup, 3 hexes away. They can't change their formation or anything. But you also have pursuit, which can be a mandatory thing, which the pursuit rules I don't see in the soldiers game, the first level game. So we didn't do any pursuit. And we backed off, put the 2 spent markers on the disrupt, so now they're going to have to do some recovery before they can be used again. However, they still have 2 more cavalry units right here. So now, don't get me wrong, because I don't think this cavalry is going to fare as well against this line infantry sitting down here, which can go into square if it needs to. All right. So anyhow, that was the action up there on the, I guess, the north side of the map. I don't see a compass on here, so. Oh, yeah. Up to the northwest side of the map. All right, but down over here, oh boy, I hope all that came in. They're going to, a couple more turns, and these units here will be deploying, and the follow-up units in the center here, they'll be deploying, and we'll start getting this attack up here. Now, I got to figure out what to do using the AI. Like I said, in the designer's notes or in the rules, it says, if it seems like that the AO, the artificial enemy opponent, is making a bad decision, then, you need to go ahead and affect the proper course of action. The only thing going up there is that cavalry. There's 3 brigades of infantry up there for the Anglo alliances, and there's going to be another one coming in up yonder behind them. So that may not be tenable up there. That cavalry may just simply be a screen. May have to back them off, and they'll just have to work in a reactionary state. However, once these guys deploy and get into the fight, depending on the attack orders, if they get them or not, may have to turn these guys, a couple of these brigades down here to hit them, because I think with 3 brigades there and 1 brigade coming in up there, they don't need 4 brigades to deal with that cavalry. And I'm figuring in the next 4 turns, maybe 5, 4, 4 or 5 turns, which would be around the noon hour, this is going to be heavily engaged over here, heavily contested. But, yeah, we're getting there. And it's interesting, when we get into the combat, when we get into the assaults and the charges and stuff like that, you declare assault, and then you'll move a unit adjacent to what they're going to assault. And then you go through a bunch of steps for the assault or close combat, whatever you want to call it. And we'll be doing that. It's kind of one of the things of the game here is when you get that attack order, you want to move to assault because you need to drive them off the positions. And you got victory locations here and over on the hill back there. And then you got the wagon trains sitting right here that are victory things. So, yeah, this is another 4 or 5 turns, and this ought to be getting heavy. And then that's when we'll see the meat and potatoes of the game, okay? And also with the AO, with the bot in this game here. All right, so you got it 10:40. It's a little late at night for me. I'm a little tired. Try to watch a little football and probably pass out. But, yeah, we're going to keep chugging along with this. Got some other things set up on other tables that I'm actually been playing and starting to play, but kind of focusing on this right now. I'm going to get this battle fought out. We're 1/3 of the way through the turn record chart. So 2/3 more to go. And, yeah, just wait. The fighting's going to get heavy here shortly. All right, let's get this up so y'all can see how we've progressed. Hopefully the next video you'll see some serious engagements going on. Talk to you soon.